This is a follow-up to a video I made this morning about the problems with YouTube in terms of its removal of videos and in some cases the termination of channels because of reported DMCA violations or image violations. Excuse me. Some of the responses that I've had on that video are to do with well, either that Google/YouTube is essentially a corporation, a capitalist corporation, and should be allowed to run itself according to its own rules, which is perfectly valid, and for the benefit of its shareholders, not for the benefit of its users necessarily or primarily, which again I could accept. And other comments about the value of the content that we as users are providing. I think there are some issues across that. I mean, certainly, if I can just, certainly one of the ways that YouTube is not presenting itself right now is as solely an entertainment provider. I mean, that clearly is its core business. And if you look at the featured videos or the videos that are on the homepage, they are primarily entertainment videos. That's obviously where most of its advertising revenue is generated, and the whole search process and the whole featuring process is geared around popularity and the popularity for that which is entertaining, and indeed the whole ratings and subscription process is again designed to reward popularity, not to reward quality, which is again fine for an entertainment channel. But YouTube isn't just an entertainment channel, nor is it marketing itself as an entertainment channel solely. In the same way that Google doesn't solely market itself as a search engine for entertaining content. In Google, you have Google Scholar, as you may know from if you have a look at the drop-down boxes in Google, and in YouTube you have YouTube EDU, and I'd invite anybody who hasn't looked at that to take a look at that. youtube.com/edu will bring up a list of all of the universities, very prestigious universities, which use YouTube as a platform for delivery of content, or as open courseware, and occasionally for access by students. And certainly a lot of students, certainly at the university that I work at, are gaining interest in using YouTube as a site for academic practice of all kinds, creative practice, academic practice. And this is something that YouTube encourages. YouTube has been in touch with all universities to inquire about partnerships, to try to get some sort of connection going. Now, I don't know why YouTube or Google want to do that. I can think of a few reasons, but I don't know the specific reasons why they're wanting to do that. But the fact is that that's in train, and they are encouraging those kind of partnerships to be formed. But certainly, as someone who works in the university myself, I would feel very reluctant about encouraging students, or indeed encouraging further development of an educational platform in which the decisions about what stays and what goes in terms of content are not rigidly adhered to, not clearly transparent, don't accord with the terms of service, and as I said in the previous video, largely handed over to the users with all of the arbitrariness, spite, triviality, randomness that is generated by that. I mean, my particular area of expertise in terms of university is in the arts. That's where I work, and I would hate to think that some of the work that my students were looking at, or that some of the work that myself or my colleagues were making available to students, might be taken down if it constituted an image violation because it had a naked man on it, let's say. A picture of Michelangelo's David, which is an image that was recently taken down. That would obviously be a huge problem. It's not really a free speech problem as such. It's a sloppiness problem. It's a problem of not dealing with the customers that it's actually trying to, claiming that it wants to keep on board. As I say, if it sold itself purely as an entertainment channel, that all it wanted was Shane Dawson and Fred Figglehorn, it would not be a problem. That isn't, well, it would be a problem, but it would be a different kind of a problem. That's not how YouTube is selling itself. It's selling itself to a much broader constituency and is actively courting different kinds of content, including academic content. So for that reason alone, I would say that it needs to get its act into gear, and needs to start finding a way to to accord with the terms of service it advertises. I'd be interested to hear I know there are other academics on YouTube here, and I'd be very interested to hear what other academics have to say about this, or indeed other students. I mean, if students are involved in YouTube, I mean, I would be fascinated to hear what you or your university has to say about a delivery platform which is actively encouraging students and academics to participate, whilst at the same time not managing that content in a way which is equitable. Thanks very much.